Hey everybody, today is Monday, October 2nd, 2023, and the Halloween spooky season is officially upon us. And I couldn't think of a better place to start off our spooky Halloween season than at one of the most nostalgic Halloween locations to me personally, one of my most nostalgic Halloween locations, Colonial Gardens here in Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, since 1967. I've been coming out here ever since I was a little kid back in the 80s. Back in the 80s and 90s, I was out here every single Halloween season, multiple times a year, because I just loved coming out here so much. My aunts, my great aunts, my Aunt Pauline, she would always bring us out here, me and my brother out here. We'd spend hours and hours and hours. I'm losing my voice, by the way. Hours and hours and hours playing on all the different things they have out here for kids to play on. There's all sorts of wooden cutouts to take a look at. Some of them you can actually climb on. Sometimes they have a corn pole. Sometimes they have like a hay pole. There's mazes here. There's a haunted sort of walkthrough thing they have here, a haunted house, I guess, if you will. And of course, they have their haunted hayrides. During the day, they have haunted hayrides for kids, and at night they have an actual haunted hayride for adults and older kids. So as a young child, we used to love going on the haunted hayride during the day, which is basically just they take you through the same exact path that they would take you at night. There's just no scare actors, nobody jumping out, nobody trying to scare you, just sort of spooky things along the trail, stuff that maybe hopefully kids wouldn't be necessarily as terrified by. But then as a teenager, I would come out here with my friends and we do the haunted hayride at night. It was a lot of fun. So I've been coming out here every single year, multiple times during the Halloween season ever since I was a little kid. And even now as an adult, even though I'm not really doing the haunted hayride anymore, though I haven't been on a haunted hayride in years, I should probably do one of those. I'm thinking maybe this year we'll do a haunted hayride if I have time. But even though I don't do the hayrides as much anymore, and I don't really come out here to participate in the, going through the maze and whatnot, I do like to stop out here just to see the things. And now that I'm filming and vlogging this kind of stuff, we're probably going to go through the maze and whatnot. So I'm pumped. I'm excited. Look at the awesome sign they have here. Spooks on stage. I love the old vintage look of that sign. That is awesome. So I love coming out here. It's amazing. It is awesome. All the nostalgia that comes back to me every year when I do come out here. Look at the scarecrow over there. The wooden cutouts here are one of the coolest things about Colonial Gardens during the Halloween season. You're gonna see when we go into this little building right over here, tons of wooden cutouts. Every year they get new ones, at least they usually get new ones. We'll see if they have anything new from last year, but again, I love coming out here. It is awesome, it is amazing. It's just a nostalgia trip for me. Pumpkinland rules. Play at your own risk. Be kind to others. Children must be supervised at all times. No climbing on the displays. No throwing toys, corn, or straw. Keep toys inside. Keep shoes on at all times, and one at a time on the slide. Please, no smoking, vaping, lighters, matches, glass bottles are weapons. So remember that if you come out to Pumpkinland. Looks like maybe this year they don't have all the wooden cutouts up quite yet, but look at that. We got Wonder Woman. There's Flash and Iron Man, a little DC mixed with some Marvel. Who's this? Not the Puppy Dog House. This is Paw Patrol, right? There we go. They've got Paw Patrol. There's Anna and Elsa. Tons of Disney princesses. Look at that. Belle and Ariel, Snow White, Pocahontas, Aurora. There's Rapunzel. Look at these. These are awesome. That is so cool. Like I said, one of the things I loved most about coming out here was all the different cardboard cutouts. I actually have a Lightning McQueen, a wooden Lightning McQueen you can get your photo taken with. That is awesome. And of course, they got the Cinderella pumpkin carriage here. Look at that. You can actually go inside here. And you can have the slipper put onto your foot. You could be Cinderella. This is actually really awesome. This is cool. This is why I love coming out here. It's so nostalgic. It's nostalgic for me. Even though these cutouts probably weren't being used back in the 80s when I was a kid, I still love coming out here. They had like He-Man and Ninja Turtles and all that stuff. They had, of course, cutouts that were more prevalent to I would say more prevalent to my time period, but I mean this is Cinderella. That's not really prevalent to anybody's time period unless you're a grandmother, I guess, at this point. But I mean, kids still know who Cinderella is, right? That is That is awesome. So again, it's so cool to come out here. There's a Thomas the Tank Engine. There's a moon here. Some more superhero characters. This is pretty awesome. They have a Luigi and a raccoon suit Mario here with the Koopa shell. That's really cool. And again, the Thomas the Tank Engine here. Is that Mr. Conductor? This is cool. So also something you can go inside and have your photo taken. Oh my gosh, this is really tiny inside here though. Look at this. The emergency brake right there. You got a bell that does nothing. The bell does not work. Unfortunately, oh my gosh. This was a lot easier to climb through when I was a little kid. So you can actually have parties out here as well. If you have a birthday, like me, my birthday is October 7th. I have a sort of Halloween-ish birthday. You can have parties out here. You can have a Halloween party, Halloween party. You can have birthday parties out here. You can party with Batman. Look at that. There's a haunted house here. The Addams Family. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Look at that. That is pretty cool. I have no idea who these characters are here. Comments down below. Who are these? I'm not familiar with these characters, but you can get your photos taken with them. I don't know who this is. Comments down below if you know who that is. There's Spider-Gwen and Spider-Man. Look at that. The Mandalorian and the child. Grogu. That is really cool. Doc McStuffins is over here. This is just too neat. I'm loving this. I think last year they had Ninja Turtles out here. They don't have that this year, unfortunately. They do have some more Disney characters out here. Look at that. Look at the spooky like pumpkin patch. And I love the cutouts you can get your face put in. Like the ghosts are are R2-D2. How does that work? I mean, R2-D2 doesn't really have a face. That is officially the weirdest cardboard cutout, or I should say wooden cutouts, I've ever seen. That is so bizarre. What a weird idea to put your face through an R2-D2, an R2 unit. That is different. So it looks like this year they don't have any sort of corn pool. In years past, they've literally had a pool of corn you could play in, or at least they did when I was a little kid. Anyway, I'm not sure, but I remember playing in that when I was a kid. It was a lot of fun. It's weird just jumping into a big pool of corn. But this year they have this interesting slide that just comes down into the hay, and it smells amazing. I love that smell of. I love the smell of hay. It always makes me think of haunted hayrides, because I don't know about you guys, but haunted hayrides when I was a kid, in the back of the trailer thing they pull you on, it's a what do you want to call it? Not a wagon. What is the word I am looking for? It is a tractor. A tractor pulls you, and the wagon or whatever it is you sit in the back of the tractor. The thing the tractor pulls is all completely just filled with hay, and they have hay bales that you sit on and then fall over on, and it has that great hay smell. So every time I smell hay, my mind just immediately goes back to haunted hay rides as a kid. And again, now as an adult, I'm kind of hating the fact that I haven't been on a haunted hay ride in years. I'm thinking this year I might have to do one. So it looks like this year, just like last year, they have 3 different mazes you can go through. One of them being a corn maze here. I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, I actually got lost going inside here. I could not find my way out. So is that going to happen again this year? It very, very well might. I've only made it into the maze about 2 feet, and already I'm like, do I go that way, or that way? I have no idea. I'm probably maybe getting lost. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting lucky. Maybe I'm actually finding my way through the maze right away. I have no idea. That way, this way. I'm honestly just walking and hoping for the best. It's looking good. I think. All right. That is probably the luckiest I've ever been inside a corn maze before. Usually, even small ones like this, I get completely lost in. I usually end up in a dead end at least once or twice, but somehow today, it's my lucky day. I literally made it through the corn maze in all of like four seconds. That was pretty awesome. So a little tiny corn maze here you can go through. And if you're lucky like me, you won't get lost. One of the other mazes they have here is the Casper's Treasure Sunk In. So I guess a underwater themed sort of sunken pirate ship maze. This is actually pretty awesome. I don't think this is as much of a maze as it is just a sort of haunted house. You can kind of walk through. Look at the weird tubes here you can go through. I remember when I was a kid, they had a haunted house that was a little bit different than this. The walls were actually covered with sheets or paper or something, and you really couldn't find your way through it. It was a maze, and it was honestly kind of scary. And they played all kinds of weird like Halloween music as you were walking through the maze. And my brother and I, we'd hang out in a corner and we'd jump out and we'd scare kids. I know we were terrible people, but we would do that. This here is a bit more open. You can honestly just kind of walk through the maze. Though they do have a spooky skeleton. Maybe that's Casper right there. I love it. It's a pirate captain skeleton. I'm gonna say that's Casper. That is Casper. They have old McDonald's like play place tubes you can go through. There's a Dory over there, which is really weird. I think Dory got herself lost in the Halloween haunted pirate ship. Look at this. All these tubes you can walk through. This is interesting. Oh, and there's Nemo right there. Look at that. So we got Nemo, we got Dory, and we've got Marlin as well. There's a little hill you can climb up. Oh my gosh. Okay, don't, as a kid, that's fun. As an adult, don't step on that. I don't really weigh all that much, and already that thing felt like it was going to fall over. But this is interesting. So again, not really so much a maze as it is just a little sort of, I don't know, haunted, not so haunted thing you can walk through with the Disney characters. It's just a fun thing for kids to play on. It's not necessarily meant to be scary, not necessarily meant to confuse kids. It's just something fun that kids can come out here and just run through, play on. I mean, if you were a 6-year-old, this would be the most amazing thing ever. I'm looking more here at the Casper skeleton, and I'm noticing he's got some treasure down there and a skull and what's that, a hand? What has Casper gotten himself into that he has skulls and hand bones and whatnot? But of course he does have his chalices and everything. There's I don't know what that is down there. What is that supposed to be down there? Oh, it's a mermaid tail. Look at that. That's what that is. That's a mermaid tail. There's more skulls down there. Oh, it's an actual, oh my gosh, I just noticed it's an actual full mermaid. You can see the top of the skull right there. And it comes down. That's her tail. There's a full mermaid skeleton. So that's what Casper got him. Wait, you know what? I'm just noticing Casper's pants are down. If you guys can see that. So all right. We now know what Casper got himself into. He's been having a fun night with the mermaid. The last maze they have here is the film house, I believe is what that says. The film house. Not entirely sure what is inside here, but we're gonna find out. Again, I don't think this is so much of a maze as it is just kind of like a fun house sort of thing. They have I guess this was supposed to be a mirror. Isn't quite working anymore, but a fun house mirror here. There's all kinds of spooky clowns and a pig octopus. What's with the pigapus? What's with the pigapus? That's interesting. They have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man there. Slides are over here. We're not going to go down the slides. I am way too big to be going down the slides. Oh my gosh, is that a Demogorgon from Stranger Things? We've just gone from like happy, not so scary stuff to a Demogorgon from Stranger Things. That is a jump right there from not so scary to actually kind of terrifying. It says get back here. There's hands reaching out. There's a spooky spider and I mean, that's me right there. If I was a pumpkin, that's how I'd be looking at a spider that size. I'm terrified by spiders. Looks like candy has come to life. There's a weird, just the one-eyed, no, it's not. I thought it was gonna be a one-eyed, one-horn flying purple people eater, but it's not. He has no horn and he has no wings. They should have put some wings and a horn on him. That'd have been awesome. There's a Frankenstein monster. Okay, I'm digging this one. That's cool. The Frankenstein monster is awesome. There's more underwater theming here. There's a weird pumpkin guy. Oh my gosh, what is that thing? Creepy clown. If you're terrified of clowns, maybe this is not the maze / haunted house for you. There's a moon and a skull. Another creepy clown saying boing. Look at this. Oh my gosh, the clowns are very prevalent inside this maze. I don't know what that is. Some kind of skull thing. There's all these pool noodles you can walk through. Creepy giant shark. This is pretty awesome. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, that one got me. That's creepy. That's terrifying. Again, this maze jumps around from the not so scary to the truly terrifying. That's creepy. I don't like that. That actually terrifies me. There's more creepy clowns and a mummy over here. I'm walking away from that thing. There's a ghost. Again, more clowns. Lots of clowns. And oh my gosh, look at that. It's Slimer and the Ghostbusters who have like weird helmets on. They got full hazmat suits. They're chasing down Slimer. That's cool. This one's not so scary. That's not nearly as terrifying. I know. I'm with that kid right there. That thing over there was creepy. Welcome. We come in peace, and that brings us to the end of the haunted house. It actually was kind of terrifying. This is something they did not have when I was a kid. I guess they have a haunted maze. There's the haunted maze rules. Again, no cigarettes, matches, lighters, flashlights, lasers, flash cameras, or cell phones for illumination. No food or drinks. Walk, do not run, and do not touch the monster. So I guess this is a maze you can walk through, and actual scare actors will jump out and scare you. This is pretty awesome. Event area closed. There are no events tonight. Proceeding beyond this point is trespassing. So we'll just look. But check out the skulls. Look at that weird like skull totem pole they have, and of course that weird creepy dude up there in the cage. This is awesome. Again, when I was a kid, they did not have mazes, like haunted mazes you could walk through. Just the hayride right there. That was it. We had a haunted hayride and nothing else. I mean, the hayride in of itself was pretty amazing, but a maze would have been awesome. I kind of wish we would have had that when I was a kid. So again, here's the tractor and I guess I'm gonna call it a wagon, right? That's what it is, the wagon. I forgot the words tractor and wagon earlier. But this takes you all up through that area, which takes you all back through their property. There's an old house, which is really awesome, right over there. There's an old house that sits on their property, and for years, ever since, again, I was a kid, they've been using that house as a prop for their haunted hayride. They have scare actors in there who jump out at you. It's pretty awesome to essentially take the haunted hayride past what looks like an old haunted house. It's actually really, really awesome. This haunted hayride is pretty good. Like I said, I'm contemplating on maybe taking this haunted hayride this year. It feels like something I should maybe do. I would love to take Sean, but I think I don't know. I'm thinking Sean, he might not enjoy, at the age of 9, he might not enjoy the haunted hayride. But if they do the daytime hayrides, that he might do. I'm honestly kind of tempted to maybe buy a pumpkin, though we don't really carve pumpkins anymore, at least not real pumpkins. We used to. Every year we'd carve a real legit pumpkin. We'd buy a giant pumpkin and we'd carve it. But it always kind of bugged me that within a couple of weeks or a couple of days, honestly, your pumpkin would already start to sag and look goopy, and squirrels would start to eat it. Your pumpkin just wasn't looking its best come Halloween. So what we've been doing the last couple of years is getting those foam pumpkins and carving them, because once you carve them, they stay that way forever, and you can just put them in storage and you can have your foam pumpkins for the rest of your life, which is honestly kind of amazing. Sort of wish I was doing that from the very beginning with my son, but we used to carve real pumpkins, and I'm kind of tempted to just buy one, maybe to paint or to draw the face on and put out front of our house. Maybe I'll end up doing that. But look at this. Look at the Colonial Haunted Gardens photo opportunity here. That is really, really cool, with the coffins, with the creepy skeleton, and oh my gosh, the terrifying spider that's up there. But look at this. This is an awesome photo opportunity. That is really cool. There's another one over here as well. This one's got a scary bat in it. That is awesome. Really cool photo opportunity for the brave children, or maybe the adults, because right next to it is the Great Pumpkin Patch. Welcome, Great Pumpkin, some Charlie Brown. I love peanuts. That is so cool. But again, with the change in theming from terrifying and spooky, something that a lot of children would probably run away from, to something family friendly and something kids would love. It is weird how they just go back and forth like that. Look at the Garfield here, promoting his hay hutch. I guess that's what that is with the slide. It's the hay hutch. I love it. Look at his belly. Unfortunately, we don't look that different. So it looks like they are still doing the daytime hay rides. That is really, really cool. Again, I remember doing these all the time when I was a kid. That is awesome. I'm honestly half tempted to buy a ticket to do the daytime hayride. Again, it's not really spooky. It's not scary. It's meant for little kids. That's why there's a bunch of children on there right now. But as nostalgic as it is, as the haunted, the actual like legitimate at nighttime haunted hayrides are for me, I would say that it's more nostalgic for me to do the daytime hayrides, because those are what I used to go on all the time as a kid. The actual haunted, again, legitimate nighttime haunted hayrides, I did every so often. My friends and I would come out here, but we'd also do other areas as well. We would sometimes do this one. There was one that they used to do down the road that was pretty awesome. We'd go out to some other ones. So we would do every year, we change it up. We do different haunted hayrides every single year. Whereas when I was a kid, this haunted hayride, the daytime hayride, was what I used to do every single year as a kid. So I would say the daytime hayride, slightly more nostalgic than the nighttime hayride. Again, I'm tempted to get a ticket and ride it. Would that be weird? Probably. All right, I had to do it. I bought myself a token for the hayride. We're gonna ride the daytime, the Colonial Gardens daytime hayride. Like I said, when it comes to nostalgia, this is nostalgia for me. Riding this all the time as a kid was a highlight of my year, and we're about to do it again. I haven't done the daytime hayride since I was a little kid, so this is gonna be fun. right, that was actually pretty awesome, and also a little awkward as well, since I was the only adult without a child on the daytime haunted hayride. But wow, that was a nostalgia trip. It brought me back to being a little kid and riding that with my aunt and with my brother. That was pretty awesome. The whole like juxtaposition of the scary things, the skeletons and the body parts and all the creepy clowns and whatnot mixed in with all the wooden cutouts for the kiddies was a little weird. I honestly was expecting a lot more crying children on the hayride, but no, everybody loved it. All the little kids seemed to be really into all the scariness, which is really cool. I love that. I like the idea of the children being into the scary things just as much as they're into the the Pikachus and the Disney characters. That's awesome. But yeah, wow, what a nostalgia trip riding that. Haven't done the daytime hayride since I was a little kid. That was pretty cool. I don't know if Sean would enjoy that as much. Sean is a little scared of the scary things, but I don't know. Maybe I'll bring my son back out here and we'll have to go on this. He's never done the daytime hayride. He always said he didn't want to do it. He was too scared. But maybe this year, maybe this is the year he goes on the daytime hayride. We'll see. But yeah, that was pretty awesome. All right, guys. So I think that's just about gonna do it for Colonial Gardens and their Pumpkinland. That was awesome. I love coming out here every year, just walking around, going through the corn mazes and all the haunted houses they have, and even going on the daytime hayride. It's like being a kid all over again. But I might actually come out here to do the haunted hayride. It's been a long time since I've done that as well. Maybe we'll do a video on the haunted hayride. But all right, guys, with that, I'm gonna let you go. So if you guys have ever actually been out here to Colonial Gardens, either for their haunted attraction at night, or if you come out here as a kid, if you're like me and you used to come out here as a kid back in the 80s and 90s, and you loved seeing all the wooden cutouts and going through the mazes and whatnot, leave your comments down below. I want to hear your stories about Pumpkinland here at Colonial Gardens and how much fun you had with it. Or maybe you were terrified. Maybe you didn't have fun. Maybe you didn't have fun with Colonial Gardens Pumpkinland. Maybe it scared the bejesus out of you. Comments down below. I want to hear from you guys. But I had a blast. It was so much fun out here. Definitely gonna have to bring my son back out here on a weekend. So, all right, guys, and with that, we're done. So as always, thank you all so much for checking out this video. Be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, check down below for links to Patreon. If you guys do become a patron, I will send you a postcard every single month from the road. Also check down below for a link to Spreadshirt, where you can grab yourself retro Rest Stop t-shirts. Proceeds, both from Spreadshirt and from Patreon, do help support the show, and they keep the show going, so I really do appreciate that. And if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end, let's do hashtag spooky Disney, because man, there was a lot of Disney characters on that daytime haunted hayride. So hashtag spooky Disney if you guys watch this video all the way until the very end. All right, so like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you do hit that subscribe button or you are subscribed, then I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.